Hi, my name's Elizabeth,
Hi, my name's Adrian.
and we work for Unique Improvements, a social enterprise that provides tailored health improvement initiatives across the UK.
So we at Unique Improvements, we work with people to help them solve their own problems and to improve their health and well-being.
Over the years, we've supported work to help people get a good night's sleep. It's a really important wellbeing behaviour and so vital to our mental and physical health. Sleeping well during COVID-19. Lots of people have reported troubled, disturbed, and disrupted sleep patterns during these extraordinary, unprecedented times. So, this is a short video with 5 top tips to help you sleep better.
So let's start off with our first top tip. So our first top tip is to work out how much sleep you actually need. Now for most of us, for most adults, that's between 7 and 9 hours of sleep a night. So just now take a moment to think about what that means for you. We do tend to think about sleep as something that happens at night time, but sleep's actually calculated in a 24-hour cycle. So it's important to factor any naps that you have into that. So what that means is that if you're a 7 hour a night sleeper and you have a nap during the day, maybe in the afternoon for an hour, well, that means you might then only get 6 hours worth of sleep in the night time. Naps will impact on the sleep you have at night. Sounds obvious when you say it like that. So our first tip, just work out how much sleep you need, work out what time is best for you to go to bed at night and what time you're likely to wake up in the morning. So top tip number 2. Now for most of us, we don't really give too much thought to our sleep patterns. We only really start to think about our sleep when it starts affecting us badly. When we have trouble sleeping, when we have interrupted sleeping, or when it affects our mood or our relationships or our health. So this tip is all about making sleep a priority. So work out how much sleep you need, work out your bedtime, work out your getting up times, and make them non-negotiable. Put those at the top of the things to do, the things to sort out today. Don't make it the last thing that you think about and leave it until you get to bed at night time. Prioritize it so that you can plan and structure around it.
Top tip number 3, routine. So now you've worked out how much sleep you need and when you're going to go to bed and when you're going to get up. But let's think about the rest of the day. Try and plan some routine into your whole day. Routines make us feel more productive and secure and help bring a little structure to our day. This is really important during COVID-19 lockdown. Have a morning routine. Get out of bed at a regular time, get up and shower, go and eat breakfast. Start work if you're working or start schoolwork or housework. Adapt if you need to, but stick to a morning routine during this time. Do exactly the same with your daytime routine. Think about what time you'll do your activities or do your daily exercise. When will you make time to connect with others? When will you do other chores like housework or cooking the tea? It's especially important to have an evening or a nighttime routine too. This is the time when we're going to start winding down for the day. A nighttime routine gives our brains time to power down and relax a little. Turn off any gadgets, iPads, phones, games, consoles, at least an hour and a half before bedtime. Have a shower, get into your PJs, start sending those signals to your brain that it's nearly time for bed. Have a light supper. You burn calories whilst you sleep, so your body needs enough fuel to get you through the night. Keep your bedroom for sleeping. This may be difficult if it's doubling up as your office during the day or a second lounge at night, but try and keep it for sleeping during your evening nighttime routine. When planning your routine, plan out the whole day, what the next 24 hours looks like. And like with any routine, the best results are gained when we try to stick to it, which may be difficult at present, but do your best and stick as close to it as possible. Top tip number 4, activities. Activities we do throughout the day play a big part in how well we sleep at night. Try to include a mixture of activities that offer a range of benefits. Things like a stroll outside, which is both good for exercise and good for mental health, or cooking a nutritious meal, great for feeding hungry mouths and for trying out a new recipe too. Be as creative as you want during this time. We sleep better when we've had a full and productive day. It's okay to keep as busy as you like throughout the day. Just be sure to factor in a couple of hours of winding down relaxation time into your evening or nighttime routine. Try and give yourself at least 1.5 hours of doing very little before you go to bed.
So for our next top tip, we're going to talk about alcohol, caffeine and sugar. These are the three arch enemies of sleep. That's because they all act as a stimulant on our body, and that's not great when we're trying to get a good night's sleep. So let's start off with alcohol. So contrary to popular belief, alcohol isn't a good thing to take if you want a good quality sleep. It might initially help you fall asleep, but it seriously affects the quality and the quantity of the sleep that you have. So if you are experiencing sleep problems and you found yourself having 2 or 3 drinks before you go to bed to help you nod off, then perhaps you can start off by cutting that down to 1 or less. So there's some links included in this video towards the end in the comments section where you can get some more information about drink and sleep. So let's talk a little bit about caffeine, and this includes cups of tea as well. So most of us can't get through the day without having several cups of tea or coffee, but you need to be mindful of what you're drinking and when you're drinking. So perhaps try to switch to decaffeinated tea or decaffeinated coffee, or certainly making sure that you switch to decaffeinated tea or coffee towards the end of the day. Now, experts actually recommend cutting down on caffeine intake rather than cutting it out altogether, and that's because it can be such an addictive stimulant that cutting it down completely can lead to some withdrawal and some withdrawal symptoms. So the effects of 1 cup of coffee can last anywhere between 4 and 6 hours. So we would recommend not drinking coffee 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. Be safe and don't drink it after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Give your body time for it to process the chemicals and for the caffeine to wear off. So last but not least, let's talk about sugar. So sugar is another stimulant. And we'd all do well, probably for a variety of different health reasons, to have less sugar in our diet. But as far as our sleep goes, try not to eat, and that includes drinking, anything sugary towards the end of the day. Because if we have it too close to sleep, that can make us restless and it can interfere with our sleep later in the evening.
Lastly, be mindful. I've included this because whilst it's not a top tip, it's certainly worth a mention. These times are very stressful for most of us, and lots of us have increased worries. Poor sleep significantly impacts our mental health and well-being. Keep an eye on your sleep, try a few top tips and make a few adjustments to your day where you think it will help you get a good night's sleep. But if you still feel after all your efforts that your sleep patterns haven't improved, or that they're starting to have a more negative impact on your life, then you might need to seek a little extra help. Visit your local pharmacy and talk it through with them. Your pharmacist may be able to recommend a few herbal remedies that may work in the short term until you're able to regulate your sleep pattern for yourself or things get back to normal. If your problems still persist, then contact your GP as they may be able to help you further. There's no easy fixes when it comes to sleep. It's about thinking about what we do throughout the whole day and putting the right measures and conditions in place to ensure success. For further information on mental health and well-being and understanding sleep and sleep problems and the effects of alcohol on sleep, please either copy the links on screen into your browser or see the links at the end of this video in the comments section. There is also a link to a short video on contacting your GP during coronavirus lockdown.
So thanks very much for watching. We've both enjoyed sharing some of our top tips with you. Bye.
Bye!